South Dakota Link Net will begin in 5 minutes. This is N4LTV.
This is the W0BLK controller. The state link is up.
Good evening and welcome to South Dakota Link Net. Before we begin this evening, I would like to take a moment of net control and on behalf of the South Dakota Amateur Radio Council to honor those who gave their lives for our great nation and defending our freedoms. They are the reason for this holiday weekend. Please join me in moments of silence and remembrance as we honor their sacrifice. Thank you to each of you, and please keep their families and loved ones in your prayers this weekend. And now continuing. This net meets every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Mountain Time. The purpose of the net is for emergency preparedness, handling of traffic, making amateur-related announcements, and operational testing of the SD Link system. Please give your call sign even if you are just testing your ability to access the SD Link system. It is not okay to kerchunk, and it is very rude and inconsiderate to monitoring stations. It is also illegal according to FCC rules. Temporary individual crossband repeat with SD Link is highly discouraged, and any permanent linking is not permitted by the South Dakota Amateur Radio Council. Stations that use APRS should be sure they are not beaconing when on the SD Link. Operators of radios using APRS must make sure their automatic beaconing is turned off when not on the APRS frequency. Unfortunately, it is easy to forget to do this, and it's safest to use a dedicated radio for APRS and never move it off the APRS frequency. Please feel free to rag chew, but please also observe common courtesy to all and leave room for emergencies and braking stations. Your net control tonight is November 4, Lima Delta Bravo, Lance, and I'm located in Sioux Falls. The SD Link consists of 14 repeaters, of which use the 146.2 tone, except for Salem, W0SD, the UHF hub, and the Sioux Falls UHF, which both have a tone of 103.5. The coverage is from Minnesota to Wyoming on I-90 and from Iowa to north of Watertown on I-29. On most Wednesday nights, the Black Hills repeaters at Rapid City and Bear Mountain will be a part of this system during the net, extending coverage into Nebraska and Wyoming. Break. The SD Link is owned and operated by the South Dakota Amateur Radio Council. To ensure your entire call sign is received when you check in, please key up, then wait 2 full seconds before giving your call. When giving your call, please sign twice, once normally and once phonetically, as there is a delay across the whole state with this many linked sites. The further away an operator is from any given net control station, the greater likelihood of that delay, often cutting off the first half of your call. KB0WSV Steve does upload each net to YouTube, where you'll be able to hear the functionality of your station and how you were received by a net control. You may search YouTube by his call sign. If you're interested in being a net control on this net, contact Steve, KB0WSV, the South Dakota Link Net Manager. You can contact him by email, the SD Link email group at sdlink@groups.io, or simply on this net. The SD Link has a webpage at sdlink.org where you can find information on this South Dakota Link repeater system, the lists of all the clubs in the state along with their websites, and more information. This repeater does take a substantial effort and money to maintain, which is done by relatively few dedicated individuals. Any contribution towards keeping the SD Link operational is much appreciated. You can do this directly by contacting the South Dakota Amateur Radio Council's treasurer, Whiskey 0 Sierra Delta, or through PayPal. The information is available on the website's homepage. Break. Is there any traffic announcements or bulletins for the net?
Kilo 0, Bravo, Bravo, Charlie.
Kilo 0, Bravo. Bravo, Bravo, Charlie. The net is yours, sir.
Well, first of all, Lance, I just want to say congratulations on your Kilo Award. I see you made 1,000 contacts at a single park for Parks on the Air. I think that's Beaver Creek State Natural Area that you did that. But I did just have two announcements for everybody. I just want to make everyone aware that the Sioux Empire Amateur Radio Club in Sioux Falls is having a tailgate swap meet. It's going to be on Saturday, July 15th at Westminster Presbyterian Church. So we've upgraded. No more gravel parking lots. We're in a paved parking lot. We'll be there from 8 a.m. until noon. It's free for you to buy and sell there from the parking lot. We're going to have some coffee and some snacks there for sale inside the fellowship hall in the church. We'll have a few forums, including ARRL Division Director Bill Lippert will give an ARRL update. I think I'm going to do something on Parks on the Air and probably recruit Lance to help me. And then also Will is going to give something on the history of radio in South Dakota. So we hope on Saturday, July 15th, you'll be there for the Tailgate Swap Fest there in Sioux Falls. The Sioux Empire Amateur Radio Club website has all the details. And looking just the next weekend after that, W1AW Stroke Zero, the special event call sign, will be back in South Dakota, July 19th to the 25th. That's a celebration of the Volunteers on the Air operating activity taking place all year long here across the country. And again, our dates again are July 19th to the 25th. And you can, if you look on our website, the AWL website, you'll get a link where you can sign up online. And if you got any questions, you can always ask me. I'm the coordinator. So again, Lance, congratulations on your Kilo. And then this is Kilo Zero, Bravo, Bravo, Charlie, back to net.
Kilo Zero, Bravo, Bravo, Charlie, in 4LDB. Thank you for that, man. I do appreciate that. It's a fun time, that's for sure. Is there any station that has questions or comments for K0BBC? Please go direct. Hearing none, are there any other stations with traffic or announcements for the net? Hearing none, let's begin roll call. Let's go to East River, and now calling stations from the Watertown repeater, please. I did hear the repeater trip, but there was no audio. Calling again stations from the Watertown repeater, please. Hearing none, now moving to Toronto. Those stations on the Toronto repeater, please call now.
KC0, Oscar, Victor Charlie, KC0, OBC, thanks for doing the math. Kilo Bravo 0, Quebec, Echo Foxtrot, EB0, Juliet, Cookie on the Toronto repeater, we're clear.
And I copy Kilo Charlie 0, Oscar Victor Charlie Raleigh, thank you, sir. And Kilo Bravo 0, Quebec Echo Foxtrot Dick, thank you. Next stations, please, the Toronto repeater.
Kilo 0, Bravo, Bravo, Charlie, Matt in Gary.
November 9, Lima, India Delta. Aaron, near Toronto.
Bravo, Charlie. Matt, thank you. And November 9, is it India, Lima, Delta? Is that suffix correct?
Correct, is November 9, Lima, India, Delta.
Thank you for that, Aaron. I appreciate it. November 9, Lima, India, Delta. Thank you. Any other stations on Toronto, please call now. And for ID purposes, this is November 4, Lima, Delta, Bravo, calling the Wednesday night South Dakota Link Net. Now moving to Coleman and calling those stations on the Coleman repeater, please.
Kilo Echo 0, Whiskey Papa Charlie, KE0, WPC Aiden, near Toronto on Coleman.
So Foxtrot 0, Alpha India Tango, KF0, AIT, Todd Brookings on Coleman.
KD0, WSB, Steve on Coleman from Sioux Falls.
November Kilo, 0 Victor, NK0B, Aaron, near Alton, checking in.
And I copy Kilo Echo 0, Whiskey Papa Charlie, Aiden, thank you. Kilo Foxtrot 0, Alpha India Tango Todd, thank you. And Kilo Bravo 0, Whiskey Sierra Victor Steve. And the next station, I'm sorry, again, what's your call sign, please? That checked in a moment ago. I'm just not getting your call sign. If you could say your call sign twice, 2 times phonetically for me, please.
That was NK0B, November Kilo 0 Victor, Aaron in Elkton. This is KE0 WPC.
Thank you for the relay. Any other stations on the Coleman repeater? Please call now.
November Kilo 0 Victor, am I making the Coleman machine or not?
Yes, I have you. It's a good copy this time, November Kilo 0 Victor. There was just, I don't know if it was getting cut off or what, but I do have you now, and I also had you by relay. Thank you.
Yes, I appreciate the relay. I was just checking if I was getting in or not. That is all. Thank you. NK0B clear.
Thank you. Now moving to Sioux Falls. Calling those stations on the Sioux Falls UHF, please.
KD0TE, Kilo Delta 0 Tango Echo, Steve in Sioux Falls, cleared. This is N6BEG, November 6 Victor Echo Golf, John and Brandon. Thank you, Lance, for doing the net. Kilo Delta 0, uniform, KD0 UU, Tim, Sioux Falls, no traffic.
Kilo Foxtrot 0, Charlie Tango Lima, KF0 CTL, Rickett, Sioux Falls.
And I copy Kilo Delta 0 Tango Echo. Good evening, Steve. November 6 Victor Echo Golf. Thank you, John. Kilo Delta 0 Uniform Tim. Thank you. And Kilo Foxtrot 0 Charlie Tango Lima. Rick, thank you. Next station is Sioux Falls, please.
KF0 Yankee, John in Sioux Falls.
There was a double, and in that I did copy Kilo Foxtrot 0 Echo Alpha Uniform John. The other station, again with your call, please.
Kilo Bravo 0 Yankee Sierra Whiskey, KB0 YSW, Brian and Garrison.
Whiskey 0 Zulu Mike Lima, W0 ZML Adam in Sioux Falls.
KB0 ECO, Chan in Sioux Falls.
Kilo Fox 0 Charlie Zulu Delta, Chad, Southwest Sioux Falls. Thanks for doing the net.
And I copy Kilo Bravo 0 Yankee Sierra Whiskey Brian, thank you. Whiskey 0 Zulu Mike Lima, Adam, thank you. Kilo Bravo 0 Echo Charlie Oscar Chan, thank you. And Kilo Foxtrot 0 Charlie Zulu Delta Chad, thank you. Next stations, please, Sioux Falls.
This is KE0Z, Will, Sioux Falls. No traffic.
And I copy Kilo Echo 0 Zulu Will, thank you, sir. Last call, Sioux Falls UHF, please. Now calling stations on Turkey Ridge.
Foxtrot 0 Kilo Quebec Bravo, KF0 KQB, Bill and Tyndall.
Kilo Foxtrot 0 Lima Zulu Oscar, KF0 LZO, Dan and Tip.
KE0 IDM, Jim and Yankton. It's Kilo Echo 0 India Delta Mike, clear.
And I copy Kilo Foxtrot 0 Kilo Quebec Bravo Bill, thank you, sir. Kilo Foxtrot 0 Lima Zulu Oscar Dan, thank you. Kilo Echo 0 India Delta Mike Jim, thank you. Next stations, please, Turkey Ridge. Hearing none, now calling Salem, please.
Whiskey 0 Sierra Delta, headed Salem, clear.
Whiskey 0 Sierra Delta, thank you, Ed. Any other stations on Salem, please? Now calling stations on Crandall Hill.
KE0 Bravo Tango Victor, Larry in Aberdeen.
Kilo 0 Sierra Sierra Delta, Crandall repeater.
And I copy Kilo Echo 0 Bravo Tango Victor Larry, thank you. And Kilo 0 Sierra Sierra Delta Tim, thank you. Next stations, please, Crandall Hill. Hearing none, and for ID purposes, Services. This is November 4, Lima Delta Bravo, calling the South Dakota Amateur Radio Council's Wednesday night net. Now calling stations on Wessington Springs, please.
Whiskey Zero Golf Kilo Echo. Ron and Mitchell's W0 GKE is cleared.
Kilo Delta Zero Yankee November Oscar. KD 0 YNO. Hart West Harrison. Clear. Kilo Echo Zero Quebec Echo Quebec. KD 0 QE Bob and Huron. Land Control, this is Kilo Charlie 0 Whiskey November Golf. KC 0 WNG Douglas Miller. No traffic.
And I copy Whiskey 0 Golf Kilo Echo. Ron, thank you, sir. Kilo Delta 0 Yankee November Oscar Harv, thank you as well. Kilo Echo 0 Quebec Echo Quebec Bob, and Kilo Charlie 0 Whiskey November Golf. Thank you, Doug, and thank you all, gentlemen. Next stations, please, on Wessington Springs. Now calling stations on the Reliance repeater, please.
November 0, November Papa Oscar, Greg near Pier on the Reliance repeater with no traffic. N0 NPO.
November 0, November Papa Oscar. Good evening, Greg. Thank you. Last call, Reliance, please. Now calling stations on the Pier repeater. Now calling stations from the Pier repeater, please.
I guess I'll check in over here, just make sure it works. N0 NPO.
N0 NPO, thank you for that, Greg. I appreciate that. Now moving to Murdo, and those stations wishing to check in tonight from the Murdo machine.
This Alpha Alpha 0 Lima Yankee. Tam near Pier on the Myrtle machine. No traffic. AA0L1.
Alpha Alpha 0 Lima Yankee. Thank you, Tam. Appreciate that. Last call from the Murdo machine, please. Now calling stations from the Phillip repeater.
Kilo Echo 0 Quebec India Bravo. Mike and Piedmont on the Phillip machine. KE0 QIB.
Kilo Echo 0 Quebec India Bravo. Good evening, Mike, and thank you. Now moving and calling stations from the Rapid City UHF, please.
KC0JGE. Kilo Charlie 0 Juliet Golf Echo. Andy Rapid City on the Rapid City UHF.
Kilo Charlie 0 Juliet Golf Echo. Good evening, Andy. Thank you, sir. Next stations, please, Rapid City UHF. Now calling stations from the Rapid City VHF, please.
Kilo Delta Zero, Alpha Yankee November, Delbert, Rapid City UHF, VHF.
I copy Kilo Delta Zero, Alpha Yankee November, Delbert. Thank you, sir. Last call, Rapid City VHF, please.
LGV on the Rapid City VHF.
Last station, I do apologize, but your prefix was cut off. Again with your call sign, please.
Foxtrot Zero Lima Golf Victor.
And I'm still missing your prefix. 2 times phonetically, please. It's getting cut off in the link. I'm sorry.
Kilo Foxtrot Zero Lima Golf Victor. Kilo Foxtrot Zero Lima Golf Victor on the Rapid City VHF. Sorry about that. I might not have keyed my mic up for 2 seconds.
Thank you, Ross. I did catch you that time. And the 2 times repeating does help. It's the Kilo Foxtrot Zero Lima Golf Victor. Thank you for your patience, sir. Any other stations from Rapid City, please?
Echo 5 Oscar Alpha. KE508 Larry on the Rapid City VHF.
Kilo Echo 5. Correction, I'm sorry. Yes, Kilo Echo 5 Oscar Alpha. Thank you, Larry. Last call, any Rapid City station, please. Now calling Terry Peak stations, please.
Kilowatt Zero Zulu November Zulu Zeb on the Terry Peak machine. K0ZNZ. This is KC0WC Kilo Charlie Zero Whiskey Charlie on the Terry Peak machine.
And I copy Kilo Zero Zulu November Zulu Zeb, thank you. And Kilo Charlie Zero Whiskey Charlie Jerry, thank you. Last call, stations from Terry Peak, please. Now calling stations from Bear Mountain.
Everyone on the net, this is KC0 KPV Kilo Charlie Zero Kilo Papa Victor. Brandy and Hot Springs on the Bear Mountain repeater. KC0 KPV clear. K0YBO Kilo Echo Zero Yankee Bravo Oscar on Bear Mountain repeater.
And I copy Kilo Charlie Zero Kilo Papa Victor, Randy, thank you. And Kilo Echo Zero Yankee Bravo Oscar Lyle, thank you. And for ID purposes, this is November 4 Lima Delta Bravo, calling the South Dakota Amateur Radio Council's SD Link Wednesday Night Net. Next stations, please, from Bear Mountain. taking late check-ins, any station, East River, please. Last call, late check-ins, East River. Hearing none, moving back West River, taking late check-ins, West River stations, please.
OUH, Kilo Echo Zero, Oscar Uniform Hotel, Jones, on the 9th floor. Zero, OUI, Kilo Echo Zero, Oscar Uniform India, Bill, on the Rapid City repeater 9th floor.
And I copy Kilo Echo Zero, Oscar Uniform Hotel. Joan, thank you very much. And Kilo Echo Zero, Oscar Uniform India. Bill, thank you both. Next stations, please. Late check-ins, West River. Hearing none, one call. Late check-ins statewide, please. Any station statewide. And this concludes regular check-ins. Is there any station with traffic announcements after taking regular check-ins? Please call that control. Hearing none. Kilo Bravo Zero, Whiskey Sierra Victor. This is November 4, Lima Delta Bravo. Please copy my routine for my abbreviated net report dated 24 May 2023. There were 44 check-ins this evening with 2 pieces of traffic including this report. How copy?
And for LDB, this is KB0 WSV, 44 check-ins, 2 pieces of traffic, USL.
KB0 WSV and 4LDB, thank you very much. And this is November 4, Lima Delta Bravo, now securing the South Dakota Link Net. We'll meet again next week at the same time. This is N4LDB, now returning the repeaters back to normal amateur use. Please travel safe if you're on the road this weekend. Have a great night, and 73. This is N4LDB clear.